Hi there, in this video what I'm going to show is the potential of a gaming engine with respect to something in the planning area, planning and development, constraints, that sort of idea, and maybe see planning and development data and constraints data in a whole new very interactive way at a property level. I see I'm joined by what is that hair over there? Anyway, so in this field here, where there's already actually built an estate, but I'm just kind of going back in time to the 70s, to this Leicestershire field. So I can bring up the planning, what are in the plans in terms of development, in terms of housing and the properties are going to be placed there, etc., and any other little bits of perhaps furniture and other things, just to kind of make the scene more living, should we say. So I've got the box there on the corner that's there. I've even got some flowers there, so we can create virtually any model of any tree or flowers. There are trees that are there. So the idea is that in the future what they would look, and the developers saying we would plant some trees, that sort of idea, and so you could see them grow over a period of time. And I placed a truck here to drive around the new estate as needed, and not forgetting this is a multiplayer kind of environment, so there could be several people up to sort of 30 plus, easily 60, all on the same sort of map. So if we look around here, we've got various properties. One actually looks a bit out of place, I reckon. That's a different design, but again, this is one of our models, and that we can, just an example of what we can create for you. It's got a little sort of walk through bit there, and you can literally go through to the back. So I would say that this property looks out of place. It's not in the same style as these, which are the sort of Jelson's properties. So what you could do is go up to the property where it takes your coordinates effectively, and submit a planning query. So you could say, why is this formatting different to the others, for example. Just an example, but then that can go off and get stored in the sort of planning queries database for others to view in what manner, in a GIS or in an Excel form, in a worksheet, whatever's needed, whatever fits your sort of framework, your workflow. Now, I've placed the flowers there just as a sort of example. The scene can be decorated as such, but actually with these properties is coming some options. So you could have a double garage as an option for the buyer, so they could see how it works, what it's like, have a look inside, that sort of thing. And actually, if I go next door, this is a single garage, so garage is an option for the buyer. You can see on the top right, so you can see how the door will work and all that sort of thing. And like I said, you can go in and you can even drive a car in there if you really want to. And just for a bit of, again, a sort of decoration or mise en scène, as they call it in the cinema world, filmmaking world, I put some wheelie bins there that you could drag around if you wanted. One thing as well about this is, like I said, it's a gamification, and these are our models that we've created. If I look through the window, you can even see the wallpaper that we've applied, and we can generate. You can generate your own sort of wallpaper, literally. So you can even go down to that detail. You can even put furniture in the property if you want. But I can certainly enter it, and then go up the stairs. Oh, some interesting wallpaper there. Go to the front room, but then look out the window and see what the view will be like, from that property. So there's a sort of environmental impact assessment sort of thing you can go on with. The line of view, just if it's interrupted, what it would look like. I appreciate I've put two large oak trees there. They're just for demonstration purposes, but the trees will be smaller. But if that's what they're going to look like in X years' time, then maybe you want to know that, or maybe some other different species. But the point is you can look at and get an idea of what the user or the property, new property holder will get to see. I can also set a sort of slider for the time. So I could say it's now 10 o'clock in the morning. What's it going to look like? Let's say 1800 hours. So again, so you can get an idea. It's a gaming engine, so you can do stuff. So these are the lights that are being proposed at the moment. There may not be enough. It does look a bit dark down there, but it gives you a good sort of simulation, visualization of what's going to happen at night, what it's going to look like. So I'll just drag that back to the, let's say 9 o'clock in the morning. Another thing you can do is say, well, this is planning. We need to see what the constraints are, that sort of thing. Well, we can bring in your other data sets, which could be a variety of interfaces. And if I display key info on this, you can see over there is a flood zone that's 2 miles away. So it's not sort of drawn on the map, it's right over in that direction. And there's actually a conservation area as well, 5 miles away in that direction. But we could bring up all kinds of information and model it on the ground. We can create the models for you about how these things look and how they're sort of represented. If I go to the end of this road, that's why I had the truck actually to drive around, but if I just walk to the end, there's a clear line of trees here, and there's a good reason for that. There's a brook, and this is true. This is actually real info, and it says ahead is a brook which is slightly flooded in the last year due to build-up of debris. This has been cleared, and there is ongoing maintenance. So we can bring in that sort of information. Oh, got a visitor, and bring it to the user's sort of view in whatever manner. So yes, we can walk around the estate, like I said, so that the trucks over there could run to it and pick it up and drive around. One thing to note as well is the actual properties, a bit like before, where we could go to, if you're water utilities or in gas, electric, and go to consumption or customer call database and link it to the property. You can bring back whatever database information you have on that proposed property as part of this planning application. So if I just press a button when I'm near the building, it comes up with some basic info, but of course it could link to other documents, PDFs, or all kinds of things, and that just gives just a high-level example. That's actually an affordable one. That's designated as affordable, this property here. So anyway, if this looks of interest, please do get in contact. Thank you.